let's roll into random encounters. Let's
yeah,
just do
let's
this.
do
Pull those dice out. The list first. My head's in the way again. Don't worry, it's the exact same list from last week. We forgot to change anything.
We didn't forget. We purposely were too lazy to change it.
Well,
We're
okay.
trying to fake it. We said, ain't nobody going to notice.
Yeah, well, they'll notice. Trust me. All right, so here's the cam. Let's see. Yeah, we can see some numbers. That's good. All right, so Brandon, you're here. You're a guest. Why don't you roll us a die, and just sort of roll it over.
Why you picked the white die, bruh?
It was closest.
I thought Wakanda changed things.
My mistake.
New world.
All right, so we have a 12.
Well,
So let's see. 12 is lifespan of the comic book movie craze.
Here we go.
So, so what do you think about so we have all these Avengers, DC, Marvel, all these comic books. We have Watchmen, I think, coming out with a series soon. So many comics coming to movies and TV. Do you see this coming to an end anytime soon? Do you think it's gonna?
do I think they're gonna stop making superhero movies anytime soon, or slow down?
It's probably slowed down. I mean, I don't think they'll ever stop 100%. I mean, it's been happening for a long time.
They kept making them when they were bad. They definitely not gonna stop when they're good.
It's 2018. If they do slow down, it'll probably be in like 3 years from now, maybe. Because I know they have like 3 more Marvel superhero movies coming out. They have like a new Avengers probably, and what is the other show? Other movie. But I don't know. But yeah, it's gonna be a minute before they slow down.
I think what Disney already has like a 20-year calendar or something, or I don't know. I know they have a calendar that goes pretty far out there. Of course, further away it goes down, the less.
But as long as people keep turning out, they're gonna keep making them. And now you got movie tickets. You have Netflix sales. You have all different types of ways you could sell these movies now.
Well, here's what I think you're gonna hit. Where we're gonna find out what's gonna really happen. It's gonna depend on when they finally stop telling the stories we know and they start having to go into original content. I think that's going to be the real determiner. Right now, a lot of the craze for us comic book fans is seeing decent iterations of story like Infinity War and all that. But like, what about after Infinity War?
Yeah, but trying to claim Infinity War is anything going to be anything like the comic book Infinity War is silly. It is original content. If you look at the MCU, they're not going along with the comics,
Yeah, but
they've changed a lot.
But they still got a guideline, and they have the selling power that the word Infinity War brings. When you say Infinity War, comic book fans are at least going to go see how you did it. After Infinity War, that's where I'm thinking you're going to either see them launch into a lot of new storylines to keep it going, or you're going to see a drop off. Because they've been killing villains, which is not always a good thing. They've killed a lot of supposedly mainstay villains. And Infinity War, because the other thing is Infinity War is going to be a ramp up, a big ramp up. Like, how do you go over these stakes, man? It's friggin' Infinity War. What they do after Infinity War to me is going to determine if it keeps going at a good clip or if it drops off dramatically after Infinity War. Because it's going to be hard for Marvel, at least, to keep going. DC luckily has plenty to work with because they haven't done anything right yet. So they got plenty of wiggle room. They haven't had a ramp up.
You can't say they haven't done anything right. Some of the, not this current Batman, but some of the previous Batman have been good.
Well, they ended that series though. The Batman Begins.
But I'm just saying that they have done stuff right in the past.
I'm not saying it in a bad way. The cool part is that the Justice League wasn't the movie everybody was waiting for. That means they still have room to do it right with Darkseid and ramp it up. They still got some escalation left. But we're about to top out at the Marvel Universe escalation.
But we also have a lot more comics out there. We have, Image and Dark Horse and
Oh, dude, I was gonna say that. I hate you. We think too much alike. I was gonna say that the other secret is that when the Marvel movies slow down, they can start going into those other movies that we want to act like they never tried to make live action out of, like Spawn. Well, right there, sorry. You got cred. He got cred. Spawn. I wouldn't mind. While I like Blade, I wouldn't mind seeing another shot at Blade. Not because I think it needs to be rooted, but just because I want more Blade. Yeah. And Wesley's kind of up there. Yeah. You can't really play an immortal vampire when it's clear you didn't age since the movies. So,
and with that remark, to get back to the question though, I don't think it's going to end anytime soon. I think the Marvel craze may die out, but I don't think the comic book movie craze will die anytime soon.
Unless they keep doing like they're doing and pulling those lesser known instead of going for the big boys. I mean, look at the Netflix series using the street level heroes. I mean, if they're smart about it, they'll keep pulling guys that's never been on the big screen and getting, because didn't somebody say something about a Squirrel Girl? I don't think it's a movie, but like
there's supposed to be a series that included her or something.
Yeah, so
but no, I mean, here's the thing. I mean, we have tons of comics, and I mean, yeah, we have the major comic book as DC and Marvel, but there's a lot more out there than that. And I mean, I could see this, this being America's niche. I mean, you have anime and manga. We could have, comic book movies and comic books. Yeah, graphic novels. That's something I think we're doing well, and it is being taken well internationally. So,
God, if only we could get them to meet in the middle, and we could get the awesome people making comic book movies to start making the live action of the anime. The ones who actually don't crap in the dang cornflakes,
I guess that's where Disney comes in, and
because I mean, the biggest problem with anime live action is either done by people who can't even do half the other movies right. They definitely can't do anime. They don't know the material. They don't care. Or it's done by people who care, but they don't have the budget. And that's what keeps happening. Yeah. So maybe like comic book movies, we'll see also a collaboration there. In other words, Disney, you're buying everything else. Start buying up some anime companies. Go pay for Toriyama's grandchildren to go to college and get us some good Dragon Ball movies.
All right, let's see what we got next. Oh, that's another 12.
I'm copying you already, man.
I know, right? All right, so we have 3 epic movie scenes. Now this is one, or I'm sorry, DJ Cuisine. Sorry, my eyes saw that epic and just automatically went to it. DJ Cuisine is where we talk about food. Why? Because we like food.
Man's got to eat.
So we throw that in there. I mean, this man, we don't tend to eat like him. I mean, he came in here with like a Little Caesars pizza when he walked into the door.
It keeps you alive. It's cheap. It's affordable.
If you roll with Dicejunkies.
But I think this time we're going to talk about a recent love that me and Q have found, and that is going out, getting a nice thing of hot sake to go with your, like, if you like sushi, if you haven't paired it with hot sake, you're doing it wrong. I was surprised at how well hot sake goes with my sushi.
He's right. I mean, we were stunned because we were like, yeah, man, let's get some sushi. And we've been eating at this place for a long time. In fact, I'll call them out. We eat at Sakurabana a lot. It's a local spot. Get up there and get our sushi. And it's always been good, but we ordered like about 4 bottles of hot sake.
I wasn't going to tell them how big of alcoholics we were.
Well, actually, it was more than 4. I was like down. I was lowballing. We ordered 4 or more bottles of hot sake, and it was really good. And then, it was so good, we said, okay, let's try this again to be sure. And it was. The second time, it was the same way. So hot sake with your sushi is the way to go. It's like pairing the right wine with your steak.
Well, because, I mean, I've gone and had hot sake a couple of times just drinking, but I'd never actually had hot sake while I was eating sushi, and it almost seems like almost idiotic not to have thought of of adding those two together. But
What is sake? Like vodka?
it's
It's
a
a
rice
rice wine.
wine. Yeah, it's
From Japan.
yeah.
Well, they make it here.
I mean, you watch anime, dude. How do you not know what sake
Oh,
is?
man. Now you're losing
I know
anime
what it is,
fans.
but I don't know how it's made. I don't know how a pencil is made, but I can tell you what one is. I don't know how this.
How do you
dice
not
is-
know how a pencil is made?
They chop. I don't know. They chop a tree down, and that's all I got. That's all I got.
They mulch the wood up. They put a stick of lead in it. They put the wood around it. They stick on an
They
eraser.
didn't teach me that in
I don't.
in detention.
I don't know this, but
In,
I'm sure I'm close enough to
college.
ballpark it. College. There's a college course on how they make a pencil.
Yeah.
How they make dice.
I know how to gamble with that.
I bet you there's a secret. A machine was involved and plastic.
Next.
Wow. Yeah, let's go
seen
ahead
it.
and go to the next topic. Q, give us a roll.
I had to screw him, man. He said Black Clover sucks. I don't forget nothing.
Oh well.
Hating on that.
13. So we have classic games that never go out of style.
Now this is a beautiful one here. We all have those games we go back to all the time that you just never get tired of. For me, I got some classic RPGs. Y'all heard me last time on the live show talking about Super Mario RPG, where we did not endorse the use of emulators openly. But Super Mario RPG classic. Me and Zeno were talking about Final Fantasy 2 and 3, or should it be 4 and 6? The sprites, they're old games, but the story never goes out of style. And honestly, those are one of the few games I go like, don't redo these. They don't need a remake. They're classic the way they are.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you go back to the original Dragon Warriors.
Oh, I want to play that again, man. Where can I get? Oh, wait, emulator.
And we've talked about Chronos Trigger.
They should have never tried to port that over, man. That little Steam. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. But I mean, those are classic. But I mean, we also have stuff like Baldur's Gate. A little newer, but still one of those classic games that I can still go back and play. Heroes of Might and Magic 3, a great strategy game that I can still go back and play when it runs.
Planescape Torment.
Planescape Torment.
I had to beat you to it. I knew you were working your way up to it.
Not that new piece of crap the
Numera.
Torment, Numera, they tried to come out with.
He will never forgive
Save yourself and avoid that one.
Shadowrun, man, on the old Super NES, man. Shadowrun.
Let's give Brandon a chance here. What's a classic game, man, that you
don't screw it up, Brandon.
I have a long list of those. Well, I'll start with Super Smash on N64, Revolt on N64. Let's see, True Crime, Streets of LA on Xbox, original Xbox. Need for Speed, Underground 1 and 2.
I need you to go back a little further.
Yeah.
I want you to go back. I want you to come up with something about Super Nintendo or Nintendo.
We talked to a kid here, man.
GoldenEye.
Okay, GoldenEye. All right, there you go. All right.
That's N64.
Yeah, you're right. Shoot, Spy Hunt if you want to bring up a car game.
Perfect Dark on N64. Let's see, it depends
He
on what
is
console.
young, isn't he? He can't go past this. He's like, what's a Super Nintendo? I never heard of it.
I only had like 2 games on Super Nintendo.
Mr.
I don't remember what they were.
Mr. Bloodaxe says Super Metroid and Symphony of the Night.
That's our boy Bloodaxe. There you go.
Metroid Prime, maybe. That's all.
See, you still knew Super Metroid. See, that was the first. But man, Symphony of the Night was just gold, man. That was a good game.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to the Monkey Game in 27 has joined our chat too. Oh, we got 5 viewers right now. like our small number that we're proud of.
Man, Brandon, man, look at you. You got.
I know.
You're welcome. I brought.
All right, so let's get our last random encounter topic. With this one, we're gonna let Google roll for us. So,
our overlords.
Hey Google, roll me a d20.
Rolling a die with 20 faces. The result is 7.
7. So 7 on our list is gaming systems that should be updated. I think this is one that we
Just get a PC.
we did roll last week, didn't we?
If we're doing
Yeah,
that.
but I mean, there's more than one.
But we talked about tabletop last time. So let's talk about some digital gaming systems. I mean, you have
They update the Xbox like every year or 2 years. Don't they got the Xbox One X or something like that?
Well, I mean, those are the system itself, but I
Oh.
mean, you have systems in video games. Like you have the original Final Fantasy system that was
you
with
mean
the jobs and all that,
like the
and-
archetypes of games.
yeah, maybe archetypes
like
that
they're
could
doing
be.
with 7, where the new one they've gone from the turn based to
Yeah.
the like
Yeah.
full real time action.
That you can
game.
take some of
Yeah.
those elements, but maybe modernize them a bit, and it still be really awesome.
I would not mind seeing a new spin and update without losing all the old charm of Final Fantasy Tactics. I love that system.
Now, Tactics is definitely one that it would be nice to get it updated, but you don't want to lose those mechanics because those mechanics of that system were so awesome. But yeah, if you could just modernize it just a bit, up the graphics and
And
that
get
would-
a little smoother, get
Yeah.
it rolling a little bit smoother in there, and I think that could be really fun. Because a lot of the old RTSs and tactical games like that, that's the one thing is that they don't successfully update it. They either just keep the old formula going or they change it and screw it up. And but Final Fantasy Tactics was gold, but I could see it need, and if I went back to play it now, I know I'd enjoy it, but I could see some places where you could pop it up, better graphics, a little bit up more graphics, maybe a little bit better AI. Like one of the things about the AI is I've seen other systems like in Dragon Age where you can kind of set parameters. It can be fun to be able to actually maybe set up your guys to let them fight on their own, but be able to kind of set up how you want them to fight.
yeah.
Probability or how often they do certain things. Because that's what I loved about Dragon Age. When it comes to AI strategy, the original Dragon Age Origins system with all the parameters in it was fun.
Yeah. Now, another one that I would love to see is the original Fable. That system they promised us, and they delivered somewhat,
The
but it was
Molyneux
nice to
promise.
see them be able to fine tune it with the current technology to where they could actually do that aging system and everything, and just really take it to the next level.
You actually tan, if you're out in the sun a lot.
Yeah,
you actually get more muscular, not bunch on your stats, but on what you've been doing. These were all promises that the famous Peter Molyneux was tossing out. But you are right. You said the right way. We said the original Fable. Because to me, the charm of the original Fable game was not captured in 2 and 3.
No.
That first
No, it
Albion is the one I'll remember. Mm-hmm. And that setting with the better like you said, better engine and some more of those Promise Fulfilled, I'd be playing it all day. I'd be playing that right now.
Yeah, did you ever play the original Fable?
No, I played Fable 3, and that was about it.
Ooh, that's not
Yeah.
the one to start on. I'm so sorry for you, man.
It was better than Fable 2, I thought. Fable 3. Fable 2 sort of hurt my feelings, and Fable 3 sort of brought back some of it, but still wasn't.
Fable 3 was okay, but it was so linear. And I was like,
It was very
the first
linear.
game didn't feel like that. The first game, you felt like I'm in a world full of adventurers. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, and there's all these different things going on. It felt alive and active with you'd hear about stuff other people doing. Like, oh man, you hear Hammer won the tournament. You're like, oh, I'm going to whoop his ass. Winning tournament. Who know where I am? And the third game, it was like you walking down a clear-cut line, and the 2 decisions you usually had to make weren't variety. It's like, hey, do you want to keep your promise and build a school for the orphans, or do you want to build a whorehouse? I'm like, well, this is not a moral. This is too different to really be variety. It's like, are you an asshole or are you not? Was every choice. One of the choices I promised is these guys help you with the war. You played it. You remember what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They literally said, if y'all do this, I'm going to help. I'm going to give you back your land. The decision they give you is just whether you do it or not. They don't even give you a reason not to. They're just like, are you an asshole?
Yeah.
And it's like, no. For some reason, I'm going to say no. I don't know why. Just because you gave me that choice.
My thing was with 3 was just making enough money to where I could just be like, I know. Don't worry, I fund everything. fund everything out of my pocket.
That was kind of crazy. You own the whole dang country.
Yeah.
You know, you really are the king because you're everyone's landlord. It's like, man, you're going to need about $1 million gold for this war. I got 7. Here's 5. I don't care. And feed everybody. You know, I'm going to feed everybody.
No more homeless.
Like, every decision wasn't even a decision for me because it was like, you'll get some money if you make this call. And I'm like, I've got 33 million gold.
Yeah.
I'll build the school. I don't need your money.
That's sort of our completionist way of doing things. So we owned every property. We,
built it all up, man. My land was luxurious. Everybody had a pimped out. Everybody was pimping hard 3,000. Yeah. Everybody's house was bleeding.
Had everybody's house full of trophies and
disco balls and shit.
Yeah.
I had that Scrooge McDuck going on when I went in there, man. It's like, look at my gold pile. I got to climb to the top. I break my leg. I jump off this. Y'all didn't know. I had enough money to be good. Apparently, they taught me an important lesson. It's easy to be good aligned if you're rich.
If you're rich, right.
Which is actually the opposite of most fables, right? Most fables say the wealthy man is the one that's hardest to, which I've never understood.
But he didn't have my kind of money, though.
Yeah,
they thought they were wealthy, but I was buying their houses with my
money.
pocket change. Like, because remember, you left your money, you could leave your money in church. I was buying their houses with what I was carrying in my pocket. Like, man, I got to pay you out my wallet. Like, what you want? What you want? Give me the house. Got it all. Put some new furniture in here. Get out.
Oh, man. All right, well, that wraps up our Random Encounters segment. We hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching. Please be sure to like, follow, subscribe, whatever the option is, wherever you're seeing this. Do that, and then go to the other options and do the other. Because, well, we're greedy. We want that.
We're trying to be good people, so we need your money.
You can check out this dude at the Anime Prince.
Prince.
You can go back, rewind this. If you're listening to the podcast, we explained it earlier. If you're watching this on YouTube, it's Random Encounters. Good luck. Something about hard
pimping hard 3,000.
We'll put a link to it in the description so that you can check this guy out. He's a cool guy and everything. So we support subscribing to him if you've already subscribed to us.
Okay, I'll take that. I'll take a subscription by any means.
Yeah, there you go. Anything you want to say before we bail out of here, man? You want to pimp something out?
No. This one dude talking about maybe reboot the X-Men.
Yeah, we had to talk about that. Me and what's that dude?
Unless they bring
Sergio.
Halle Berry back. I don't really care.
Talk about rebooting X-Men. Nah, man. No, actually, man, the way she was looking, I was thinking like she still look good. Angela Bassett might make a good Storm. I mean, we had a discussion a while back on how, like, if Disney does get this deal finally through, and we have the X-Men in the MCU. How do you put the X-Men into the MCU and all this? And Q had a theory with the Affinity Stones and all this being able to maybe spark the mutations and. Well, here's what it was. My concept was that mutants are so rare prior to these events that there really ain't but like maybe Xavier, Magneto, Mystique, a few mutants, like less than a dozen mutants, because they're rare, like one in every few billion. But when the Infinity Stones show up and there's this huge alien invasion and this threat, because it's an evolution, it triggers more mutant genes to evolve faster, and therefore most of your X-Men are now younger because it only happens to people that have hit puberty. AKA, do you remember X-Men Evolution?
Yeah.
Where they were all teenagers?
Yeah.
That's how you make there all of a sudden be a lot of mutants. It's like, well, it used to be rare, but after he showed up and he was throwing out all these powers, humanity started evolving, like, we need more defenses. Now, almost all these people in puberty, all of a sudden, there's a bunch of them that started mutating. Now you got a bunch of teenage X-Men You still got your older X-Men because, like I said, there were a few all the way around.
That would be pretty cool.
Like Wolverine's still old because Wolverine been around for years, but you like Scott and all of them would be teenagers, and that actually could be a way to explain why it happened.
Yeah, we were sort of he was sort of basing it off of X-Men Evolution, that cartoon. Where they were sort of all teenagers.
I love that show.
Forced evolution for survival. A threat to the whole species showed up. Because remember, Ultron kind of hinted at that. His whole plan when he was talking about causing a genocide level event is he kept saying, well, I'm going to make humanity evolve. I'm going to make humanity change and evolve for survival. That was kind of his crazy crackpot theory. What if you find out he was right and a genocide level threat literally causes more mutants to appear because it's already in you. It's a genetic trait. And it's like, oh, crap. All these people suddenly started mutating because we've got that threat level now. I mean, heck, we got aliens showing up, Guardians of the Galaxy, Asgardians. We better do something.
Yeah.
Like, help us, Wakanda. We need some vibranium. We need some more Hulkbusters because crap's getting real.
All right. Well, hey guys, look, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and as always, we hope you enjoy. Take care.